What up, Dokkaners? So there's a few little odds and ends in terms of bits of news. I figured I'd just smush all of them into one video. That way I don't have to bombard you with a bunch of different like 10-year videos. But let's start with the biggest one. I'm going to be honest, I completely forgot. And I'm glad that they actually did this because I said that I would make a video towards the end of the interval that this is around to remind you guys to actually use them. In general, it's a good idea to hold on to whatever redeemable items you can until closer to the end of their interval period, because there's always a chance some new information could come up that could otherwise allow you to make a more informed decision when picking up certain characters. And now that we've reached the end of the interval for this one, I wanted to go ahead and make a video, let you guys know to pick up whatever characters you want with your paid premium blue stones. You can't buy these anymore. That window is already passed. I already made a video for that when it first came out. But now, if you have been holding on to those blue stones, well, now is the time to actually redeem them. So honestly, my ordering hasn't changed compared to my first video back in back when this first came out. It's still Spirit Bomb Z, Spirit Bomb GT. They would be the number one options. You only have to spend 2 for each LR, so just getting one of each is fine. Natural way to select characters if you can't decide is just to go for the ones that you have the least amount of copies of. These are the best ones. So if you don't have Spirit Bomb Z, Spirit Bomb GT, or if you are lacking in the dupes department, absolutely pick those up. Either one, I was gonna say game run, home run. They're just absolutely winners across the board. After that, the 7th anniversary LRs are still very effective. Even now, after their EZA over a year ago, they are still, wait, what? Actually, when was their EZA? No, it was 10th anniversary. Yeah, over a year ago, they are still highly sought after units that are very useful in a lot of different ways. And then, I mean, after that, it's just whatever remaining characters. The TURs, I also recommend the banner units are really good. Legic is god tier level in terms of banner unit. He is going to be fantastic for GT bosses. If you are running a GT bosses team, or if you have a GT bosses team, you honestly should have this character. He is worth including. Even if it means sacrificing a potential LR, if it means gaining 1 Legic, it's definitely worth it, even at 55%. So go back to my previous video if you want a more like in-depth review of each one. But if I were to quickly point out my favorites among these, number 1 would be Legic in the TUR department. Pan is up there. Realm of Gods getting stronger. Obviously, the Champa is great, especially if you have the new Beerus. Oh, that's probably it. Yeah, I'm worthless. Androids has gotten better. So Ranger 17 is good. He's got scouting. He's got guaranteed dodge, near guaranteed dodge. How does it work again? I think it's near guaranteed dodge. No. He has guaranteed dodge. Yeah. He has a guaranteed dodge for the first time, but he's also got scouting, which is cool. Oh, I thought I picked it up. And then there's always these. I can't really say whether you should pick them up or not, just because we don't know exactly when they're going to actually do it. When are they going to pull the plug and unleash the 3rd year anniversary LR super EZAs? We've already sort of reached a new frontier where they started doing super EZAs for Dokkan Festival category level TURs. That first pioneer unit being the Int UI Goku super EZA. We had never done that before. This one is pretty, this is still pretty groundbreaking. So when are they going to take that next step and blow the door wide open by giving us the LR year 3 super EZAs? They are next. We already got the year 1 TUR super EZAs during 10th. We got the year 2 TUR super EZAs during GDC 2025. We've already passed the 11th anniversary in 2026 and we got nothing. Could GDC coming up be the place where they finally do this? That being said, if they do decide to give them super EZAs, would they not just bring these characters back on a banner? There's no way of knowing, but if you have a character already going into it, then you have dupes to gain. So there's also that to consider. So I talked about all this in my previous video. I'll link that down below if you guys really want to go back to hear what I have to say, because honestly, my opinions have not changed. And the same goes for the Goku family scroll thing. I did redeem 1. I was supposed to have 20 here, but I redeemed 1 of them because the missions are already done. And I needed to redeem 1 of them for the sake of completing those missions. That's already long gone. This portion of the video is just to talk about which characters you might want to pick up now that we've reached that end point. If you've already redeemed them, great. And the good news is during this celebration, since it's all about Metal Cooler, Wicked Bloodline, movie boss type stuff, what I'm about to tell you really just doesn't have any difference. It's just about picking characters that will be good for your relevant teams. GT Heroes, the main benefactor here with all of these TURs. This unit is good for GT Boss. This guy's good for GT Boss. He's banned in like almost every event, so the value is going to be a little bit lower. Great GT. Did I say GT Boss? Sorry, GT Heroes, all 3 GT Hero winners. Good hybrid Saiyans, slot 2, slot 3 support / dodge or die sort of character if you need someone to fill the roster. If you're struggling for Dokkan Frontier, that guy will help you. And then, whoops, that's pretty much it. And then if you want to go to the LR side, you would need all 20 for it. There's no unit in particular that I would say is an absolute must-have. So if you are trying to maybe anticipate any upcoming EZAs, which was the original point of this guy could potentially be one, because if they decide to ultimately EZA the LR AGL Super Saiyans, this guy could be a nice run alongside that character. But that LR AGL Super Saiyans EZA would likely put them in a slot 2. They are already a slot 2 character, not really a slot 1. This guy doesn't give you slot 1 functionality. He doesn't scream slot 1, especially since he's an older EZA. This guy could be due for a super EZA at some point soon. This guy is one of the older characters, sort of like the LR STR Broly. So he could be up for a super EZA. UI Goku, I mean, he's not as good as the AGL counterpart, but he's still a Realm of Gods character. If you are currently dealing with the Realm of Gods upgrades and you want more units to fill out the roster, you could get Champa with the Blue Stone. You could get this LR UI Goku with the Goku's Family Scrolls. But among these, I would say probably the best value would be this Super Saiyan 2 Bojack Gohan, Super EZA Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, and yeah, among the LRs, I would say those two. This guy, at some point, will receive an EZA. We thought it would be during Plastic Week. It didn't happen. So nothing has changed. Just get whatever you want. Next bit of news. When is the next piece of content coming up in the game? Well, besides tonight, the fact that we are getting Dokkan Frontier, there's nothing else on the schedule besides the every single day Army of Steel surging thing. That's just going to continue. There's going to be a data download coming up as well for the global side on Wednesday, June 3rd. I was looking on I was hoping for some tweets from like Rick. I haven't seen anything in regards to when the next data download could be for like additional content. But then again, they have been doing this sort of weird schedule that Rick has taken exception to, where they are doing like multiple data downloads in a week, which is very uncharacteristic of how they do their content flow. Normally it's like 1 week's worth of content in one data download, then the following week, the next data download. But now it's sort of like in flux a little bit. I don't know if there's something going on behind the scenes, but there's a data download happening for at least global coming up on June 3rd. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything on the JP side for that. And this is for update 6.2.0. So finally, global is going to start getting some of those new quality of life updates that JP received like over a month ago. We will be getting update 6.2.0 batch maintenance, or what is it? Box management and skill orb functionality. You know, it kind of threw me off for a second because JP had 2 quality of life updates, 6.1.0 back at the end of April, and that was the skill orb filter and box management. And then their 6.2.0 was the download as needed feature. So I'm assuming since global is getting the 6.2 version, wait, right here. Since global is getting the 6.2 version, that must mean that it includes not only 6.1 but 6.2. So global's data download will probably be a pretty sizable one because it will include all of that. And yeah, so I have been holding on to all of my characters from the most recent summon and some summons before, just so that I can have like a bunch of characters to actually sift through and Baba or whatever. And I gotta say, like, as somebody who likes to be very organized, it's driving me crazy, but I've been compartmentalizing that OCD a little bit. Look at all this. Oh, I shouldn't be looking at it. Anyway, along with that data download that contains all of that stuff, I do hope that we get something regarding this. As far as EZAs, super EZAs, this guy is very much in play. According to the data gaps, we are looking at very likely 1 super EZA, if not more stuff, I believe. 1 super EZA, and there could be 6 new cards in that gap. I don't know if that necessarily applies to this situation, now that we've pretty much concluded everything else. Like the free-to-play metal coolers are not getting any alternate art. I don't think alternate art even applies. Alternate art EZA created a massive date. Oh, okay. Gap in the previous. So alternate art, dude, alternate art in every way is just the bane of our existence. Garbage crap. All right, whatever. Super EZA. So 1 super EZA should be in the data download, hopefully, as well as additional content. What I want to do to wrap up this video is to basically just catch up on the days. I haven't done for a couple of days now. The Surge and Steel, whatever that thing is called, Surging Army of Steel. So we're just gonna run through these real quick. There's no real challenge to it. It gets more challenging as the days go by. So I don't know. Here, let's start with the Metacooler
Let's do this.
squad, and you know we'll just hang out. We'll just hang out and do a couple of runs. Like, why not? Oh crap! Is my intro animation turned on? I hope not. Oh, bringing out these Metacoolers with the STR support. Giving everybody their stats. We'll do this. All right. Hey, dodge isn't disabled here. I thought dodge would be disabled. What happened? Dodge that for me, buddy. No? Great. All right, well, it's day 2. This shouldn't be too difficult. Really? Wait a minute. Is this actually going to be challenging? Hold on now. Are we for real? This is very curious. Wait a minute. This was stage 1, right? 84,000. 60% damage reduction. Disables dodge. Okay. What? Man, you know what? I'm making a whole other video for this. I thought this was supposed to be a joke. But I'm the joke. Stuff coming up. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to like down below. Love you. Goodbye. Watch the next one, because I'm about to get revenge on these motherfuckers.